At some point, we are going to have to do a whole show about how good this show sounds.
My house. Who are these people? I don't know. 20 motherfuckers hanging around. How long are they gonna stay? I don't know. 20 motherfuckers can't pay the rent. Why is it so expensive? I don't know. 20 motherfuckers riding Google buses.
What's wrong with the regular buses?
I don't know.
20 motherfuckers in my house today. 20 motherfuckers say they're here to stay. 20 motherfuckers always in my way. 20 motherfuckers, 20 motherfuckers, hey.
20 motherfuckers on the street. What's happening? I don't know. 20 motherfuckers stepping on my feet. What's the rush? I don't know. 20 motherfuckers looking at their phones. What's so important? I don't know. 20 motherfuckers asking for change. You gotta change. I don't know.
20 motherfuckers in my house today. 20 motherfuckers say they're here to stay. 20 motherfuckers always in my way. 20 motherfuckers, 20 motherfuckers, hey.
20 motherfuckers choosing a pail. Is it really worth it? I don't know. 20 motherfuckers eating magic mushrooms. What's it all mean? I don't know. 20 motherfuckers pulling new limbs. How do they do that? I don't know. These 20 motherfuckers freaking me out.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
20 motherfuckers in my house today. 20 motherfuckers say they're here to stay. 20 motherfuckers always in my way. 20 motherfuckers, 20 motherfuckers, hey.
All right, everybody, welcome to Local Love. We do the show live every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Pacific, right here on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Echoplex Media. If you're listening to the podcast of this, well, that's great. Please continue to do that. But also tune in or check out our other shows. We're live every night here on Twitch, unless we're not. I'm producer Dave. You can find me damn near anywhere.
And I am Chip DeVille, and you can find me all sorts of places.
Mostly Instagram.
Mostly Instagram, but I'm branching out slowly but surely.
Well, fabulous. What'd you do this week?
Dude, I got invited to a random show on the east side. Some kind soul was generous enough to lend their backyard as a concert space. And so I networked with 3 or 4 bands. So hopefully we should be getting some new music in pretty soon. And
my experience is the rate of that, if you like meet them at an event, is like 1 in 10.
so my thing is like you talk to the drummer. Usually, the drummer is usually the most motivated. It's either the lead singer or the drummer. It's kind of a crapshoot between the two. But I would say that like typically it's the drummer. I was speaking to the drummer of several bands this weekend, and they were all like, "Dude, I really like what is going on." We were like talking. I was just like, "Let me go ahead and just text you a podcast." We'll get back to that in a minute. But I was like, let me text you a podcast. You get an idea. Here's the link to submit your music. Even just tonight, I was at a bar before I came to this show.
Good.
And let's cue up the has-beens, because I was talking to a dude that was in a member of this band. But I was like, yo, any music that you have, you need to submit it to us. So if you make music, if you know somebody who makes music, and they haven't branched out enough yet, then have them send their music here, and then they can get featured on the show and the 24-hour stream.
Just watch out for the quiet ones by the has-beens.
Watch out for the quiet ones. You don't know what you've done. If you keep on messing with me, you won't wake up till this week. If you know what's good for you, you'll stop and say sorry too. Throw out insults by the bunch. I can only take so much. Keeps on building up. One of these days you're gonna get George Keith on pissing me off. You'll see a side that you never seen before. Pretty laid back guy. Till this point I let it slide. Now that time has come and gone. Now you've gone and pissed me off. So you better run and hide. I think something snapped aside. Reasoning with you, I'm done. Watch out for the quiet ones. Keeps on building up. One of these days you're gonna get George Keith on pissing me off. You'll see a side that you never seen before.
Yeah.
That song's very cool. I don't think we've played that song on Local Love like in years.
Yeah, I just had a drink with one of the dudes from that band, and that's why I thought of it.
Does the band still exist?
They still exist, and they might just be at that motor pool show that the Ruffies are also going to be headlining.
That's right. We still are the only ones with the Ruffies music. And
Yeah,
it's like,
we are.
It's like 3 weeks still until it gets released.
Exclusive on echoplexmedia.com.
Just because we got Patty K drunk and he sent it to me on Google Drive. No, he emailed it to me. That's right. He emailed it to me.
He emailed it to you right here in the studio. Like, regardless of whether or not he was drunk, he gave you his intellectual property.
He is, in fact, the decision maker for the band. So.
Yes. So, man. But yeah, I'm really excited for that show. It's going to be the weekend before St. Patrick's Day. I think last week I was mistaken and thought it was the weekend after. But who wants to celebrate St. Patrick's Day the weekend after? You want to celebrate it beforehand, and you kind of want to keep that vibe going, like for the entire, until the actual holiday happens. So it's going to be the weekend before St. Patrick's Day, but the Ruffies will be celebrating their album release party. There's going to be some other bands. All this shit is going to kind of like any good punk show, it's all going to fall into place like probably minutes before the show starts.
Right? It might be a disaster, but that's fine.
It's okay. There's going to be beer, there's going to be music, and there's going to be good times. And Seriously,
time I went there was a fucking pallet of free beer.
dude, right? I remember those days.
Oh, what's up, Jay Corn? Jay Corn's up in the chat.
Oh shit, what's up, Johnny Corningson?
Yeah, that motor pool show. In fact, not only was there a pallet of free beer, but fucking Steve on Keys kept buying 24 packs of that beer in the blue can for like $5.
Man.
And he bought so much of it that there was like a stack in the kitchen and we couldn't drink it fast enough. And by the time we got
I
to
remember those days.
do you remember by the time we got to the bottom of the stack, the beer had been like sitting in the fucking sun in the
It'd been
kitchen.
sitting so long it was just not tasty.
And it was like twice the alcohol content that it was fucking supposed to be. Fucking Mr. Brandon called that shit the secret weapon. He's like, this can says 6, but there's no way this beer is 6.
That's pretty gangster. I hella remember those days. Man.
We'll have Johnny Corn here for Operation Catterday this weekend. Not sure what we're doing. Thanks everybody who tuned in for Operation Catterday this last weekend. It was Lisa Says What's first appearance on the show, and Stark Raving joined me, and we watched the worst fucking movie ever by a crazy conspiracy theorist. But the movie wasn't even the least bit pilled. It was just really bad.
Do we have fun things for Red Light?
Maybe I haven't looked into that. You usually just kind of play it by ear for Red Light on Tuesdays.
Well, if you're tuning into the podcast, which you probably are, then if you tune in live and then you stay after the show is done, you get all sorts of fun shit. So just saying.
You get to watch me expose Chip to things he didn't believe. He had no idea.
I didn't even think existed before.
Yeah, this show's the only one actually that I think more people catch it on the pod than catch it live.
This is, I think, this is a different vibe than the rest of the shows any other day of the week, really. We're kind of a niche market, I guess you could say.
We did double our listeners on the podcast downloads from month to month, this last month to this month, so that was pretty good.
But if you are listening to the podcast right now, look around, find that little button where you can text this exact episode that you're listening to a random person. You can text it to your mom, you can text it to your sister, you can text it to your like ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, or you could just text it to your current girlfriend or boyfriend. You could text it to your boss. Well, never mind, don't do that. You'll get fired.
Just don't text it to any of our bosses.
Text it to a coworker. They might just appreciate it, or they're gonna think you're weird. Either way, grow the show. # grow the show.
And this is Not Defeated by Audible Smoke. And when we come back, we'll have what Wild Juan Maserati has appeared in the waiting room.
We don't need them, and these dumb mothers don't know how to show me real love. They'll cover up all their tears and the years of destruction, a misconception of a book that's all about preaching love. I'm giving up, it's abusive, throwing love in the news, they'll string it up. But they'll cover up all the proof and call it true. Don't let them inside your head, cause they will strip you bare and then leave you for days. Just need it. You might just need it. Yeah. Pick yourself up off the floor. You're not defeated. You're not defeated. Pick your head up off the ground. You might just need it. You might just need it.
need to uproot and replant me. I need to wash clean, let it all rain down. I need to let this bullshit fertilize my ground. I need to be a better man or be a more honest liar. Let the laughter infect, overwhelm, and inspire. I need me to be me and not anybody else. The most knowledgeable thing to learn is yourself. I need to forcibly insert the love back into existence, gain wisdom. I need not be defined by religion. I need to learn not to let my anger cloud my vision. Hold my head up high and move forward with precision. I need to step foot outside, absorb the sunshine, keep my hands in the sky, keeps me feeling alive. I need all of these things if I strive to thrive. I need to love my life and keep staying alive. Keep your head up off the ground. You might just need it. You might just need it. You might just need it. Pick yourself up off the floor. You're not defeated. You're not defeated. Pick your head up off the ground. You might just need it. You might just need it. Pick yourself up off the floor. You're not defeated. You're not defeated.
Was not defeated by audible smoke, and we got Juan Maserati joining us.
What's up, Juan?
What up, motherfuckers? What's going on, people?
It's been a while since I've fucked a mother, but I guess I'm still a motherfucker.
I just got to say, I wish it was Monday, but it's not. It's Tuesday, which means after taking the president's holiday off, I have to do catch up.
Are you kidding, man? Like, this is like the ultimate Tuesday.
Work.
This is like, not only is it 2/2/2022, but also, like, you know, since it's the day after Monday, then it's Tuesday.
It's the second. Well,
it's
technically
the second Monday.
Three's day because Sunday is the first day.
I mean, today is a red letter day in the day of calendars, if I must say.
Oh, you could even go 02/22/2022.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, it's a whole lot of fun.
You could,
I came from a birthday party before the show, and apparently my buddy, he was born on a Tuesday. But, you know, I don't know. It's kind of cool.
If anybody turned 22 today, shout out to you.
If you did,
if you turned 2000,
call the show 415-903-PLEX.
We'll sing happy birthday to you.
I'm not even. Yeah,
no. One's a little bit of a delay, but that'll be fun. It'll be like an echo.
Yeah, echo on the Echoplex.
Yes. Shout out to the chat room. Shout out to all the motherfuckers in the motherfucking chat room.
Holy shit! I see some new names that I don't recognize in the chat room, which is pretty cool.
Johnny Cohn. SJ.
We got Johnny Corn. I recognize Johnny Corn, but then we got Ari Sama I can't. I just see the R and the A. I just see words. What is that word?
I see Kikyo.
Kiko's the homie. RSCP has been following us since 2020, but they're not a regular. Not a regular.
Hey, well, welcome to Tuesday.
Welcome to the Echoplex Media.
Have you popped out the chat, sir? Juan, are you in the chat? Oh yeah, you noticed Kiko was there. What the fuck? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man. Welcome to Echoplex Emporium. We have it all for you.
The Echoplex Emporium of local music, where even if we're not doing a live show, you can tune in to echoplexmedia.com/radio and fuck your Spotify. Go to this. It's way more fun. You can request the song and it supports local music in some sort of weird way, and it's pretty awesome.
You can even demand songs during the show, but we used to have a thing that like we had channel points, right? And it was a reward where if you spend your channel points, you could demand a song. But then people were like, "Oh, I want you to play Bruno Mars," and I'm like, "Well, fuck, this doesn't work, does it?"
He's not local.
Well, and it's like it would have been impossible, like to explain, like have the like it has a little list of rewards, but then if you write like a fucking 2-page paper in under the little list of rewards on your Twitch channel for what spending the channel points does, people go, "I'm not going to do that. That's an academic paper. I feel like I need to fucking peer review that and not like do this thing." Yeah, the 24-hour stream is really good. Also, what is the fucking bit.ly for it? It's like bit.ly.com/ No, I'm not going to give you that link because then you won't listen to this show.
Yeah, don't listen to this show. Fuck you.
Don't
I have
give
a
it.
demand.
Yeah, what do you got?
Pissin' by FTB because I have to go pee.
Ooh, can you grab a couple of
After I wash my hands, yes.
Oh, wait a minute. It's only a 2-minute song.
It's a 2-minute song.
Teamwork.
I can do this all really fast.
Teamwork. No,
all right, listeners,
teamwork.
if you're listening live, let's see if I can actually
I got
use
it.
the bathroom, wash my hands, go refill drinks, and then be back here before the song is over.
We're gonna do teamwork. I'm gonna
Impressive.
Okay, teamwork.
Teamwork, everybody. Teamwork.
It's my way that I always says the man who writes the checks. It don't make no common sense, and you don't make no mess with your knuckles. Why you won't fight that fight? But here's what happens next. This story don't work no more. It's the man who writes the checks. Now sing it. Oh, 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 pour me a double. Oh, 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 I'm in trouble again. Dumping fist in the wind. It's my way to the highway, says the man behind the badge. You've been stirring up a ruckus and driving way too fast. Well, you may ride on this here night. Use best to bite your tongue. You look real swell, a little justice. The man behind the gun. Now sing it. Oh, 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 pour me a double. I'm singing. Oh, 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 I'm in trouble again. Dumping piss in the wind. It's my little highway, says the lady with the ring. You've been playing cards and titty bars and silly songs you sing. You better pump the brakes in this shackle shake. You best shut your mouth. I'm guessing I reckon I learned my lessons and then sitting on the couch. Now sing it. Oh, 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 pour me a double. Singing. Oh, 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 I'm in trouble again. Dumping pissing in the wind. I'm in trouble again. Dumping pissing in the wind. I'm in trouble again. Dumping pissing in the wind.
Woo! Yeehaw! That was FTB with Pissin'. Yeah.
I like that song. It was kind of out of place on their last album, which is really good. And their last album was just the best.
I don't know. It makes my like inner white guy tingle a little bit, you know? Like
And your inner white guy. What are you talking about?
I want to drive a truck and like, you know, just like kick my sister or something, you know?
Whoa, dude.
I don't
whoa.
have a sister, but if I did, I would kick her while listening to that song.
Well, Juan.
Is that too
What?
much?
Well, Juan. I heard you had a gig this weekend, and I heard it went real well. You had a good experience out there.
It was pretty fucking fantastic.
Where were you?
So, I don't know all the specifics, but I'll try to recreate.
Well, just tell
most
us
of
where
it.
you went. Like what you don't have to
It
recreate
was
it. Just tell
Blindfolded him
just tell
before
us
he
about
showed
it.
up.
Okay, it was like the spot was in Gilroy, the city of Gilroy, and by the way, I have to say, just by immediate observation of downtown Gilroy, is that they have a scene there, and it's growing, and it's like there was a lot of foot traffic. I was really tripped out on that, and
they're pretty supportive of musicians out there.
they are 100,000% supportive of live music, and I'm just going to be real. Basically, it's like we performed at a real estate office in downtown Gilroy. But the thing about this office, when we stepped into it, it didn't look like anything like a typical real estate office. It looked pretty immaculate. Like you had like high ceilings, you had like the walls were partially covered in this ancient old type of wood, where as one of the property owners of that building was stating, there was city landmarks within that building, and it was just like this mix of like sort of modern,
what you did, what you entered
school.
was the kind of real estate agency that people enter when they're buying a house on the hill, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. They're talking like 1.8 mil, 2.5.
Right, I'm just telling you, that's what a rich people real estate office looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like the lobby to the nicest hotel you've ever
Gilroy
been to.
is the new, I don't know, South Side? I don't know.
I would say, like, collectively, if I had to call it, like Morgan Hill, Gilroy, like those two spots, man, they blowing up. And
lady in the chat, from Dave's house to Gilroy is 20 minutes if I'm driving, or on average about 30 to 40 minutes for a normal person. With traffic, you're looking at about an hour. Just, to answer questions in the chat.
20 minutes on the Caltrain.
Yeah, man. So we played the set, and there was a crowd that showed up, and everyone in the audience was just like, was not just like, they were participating. They were like, when Jeff Turner with Jeff would just, say something, they would respond all unanimously, like, yeah, it was just really the.
So can we get the basics of the show? Can we get the basics of the show? Like,
here's the basics of the show. We did.
Like, who are you playing with? What was the name of the band? What was the event? That kind of stuff.
Come on. Okay, so like I said, I'll try my best, but it's his new band, or his new album called Waymo.
Right. Who's the artist?
And it is it's Jeff Turner, right? But he has an alias, and right now it's escaping me that I don't know the
either way, he hasn't submitted his music to the show.
Yeah.
He's going to do it, I'm sure. But
please plant that seed.
He's going to plant the seed. But basically, at the end of the night, I was just blown away by the love that was shown to us, the hospitality, the openness, the feeling of being welcomed. And here's the thing where it really fucking blew me away. Okay, was that we were just getting, I guess the person that was organizing the whole event, a very kind gentleman, he basically said, you know what, I want to make sure that you guys, he was pointing to me and Kenny, because you guys see me before the show, before you leave, be sure to see me, please. And we're like, okay,
make money or something, because that's unheard of at Bay Area shows.
I'm going to tell you how crazy, how mind blowing it was. Okay, so
what did he buy? Did they give you a house?
Oh, let me break it down. Basically, we're all breaking down at the end of this really beautiful set, and then he comes out to us, and he basically says, thank you so much for coming out. We would just really appreciate the effort and the music that you all y'all just did. And he gave us $400 each, right? And I was like, holy smokes, I haven't made $400 in a gig in ever, to be honest with you. Not like that, right?
Last time I made $400 in a night, it was here on Twitch.
I mean, if you're playing if you're playing a downtown venue, I mean, you can bring in 150, 200, but I never got $400 right off the bat. And I was speechless. And then a few minutes later, he comes back and he says, here's another $100. So I made $500.
Fuck me.
In that gig. And it was just the most amazing, I know this is going to sound stupid and even cliche, but it wasn't about the money that just made me like, wow. It was just the fact that they really had an appreciation for the artists, for the music, and they were prepared to back it up with not just with talk, but with their love, the contribution. And that was really fucking amazing to see that, because I thought I'd never see that in, especially the way things are happening these days with respect to music across the board. It's like, artists are trying to make the struggle. They're trying to make the rise to at least get exposure. You know what I'm saying, Chip? Same thing. You do your DJ set, and it's like, it's really hard to get that type of reception from people across the way.
That's why if you're a professional though, you just tell people how much it costs for you to pay. I mean, for you to play,
Yeah, but I honestly, and I wasn't expecting anything. I just was, as I do when I perform for people. It's not like, I want to get, because that's always a thing. That can always come about. Like with respect to those providers, we get paid for doing these restaurant type of gigs and stuff like that. But in an event like this, I wasn't expecting to get anything because I just felt like, it was for the people, it was for the community, it was for everyone to come together.
Wait a minute. It was for a real estate agent that their office looked like the lobby of a really nice hotel. They better pay you. They better fucking pay you if you're playing out there, my dude.
I just come with glad tidings to let everyone know that, these, maybe at some point there'll be a greater appreciation for music in downtown San Jose.
No, there won't. Dare to dream.
I just think it could happen. Maybe one of these
Bro,
days,
you've been doing music in downtown San Jose longer than me. Like, I don't know. I
know.
I hope and I dare to dream, but I know it ain't gonna happen.
I just want to come off like the Fifth Dimension band from the late 60s, early 70s, and say, the age of Aquarius. It's like this shit's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
We are at the dawning of the age of potato. I'm sorry, and that potato ain't paying you to play in their patch.
Yeah, man. We're about to become a Google city. Ain't nobody gonna give a shit about San Jose in 2 more years. There is no more.
Yeah, fucking the tech company.
Lost all hope.
The tech companies chased out all of the art and culture, and now we're stuck with what we're stuck with. Really expensive housing, and plenty to do. But whenever you go to whatever it is to do, it's all dudes. It's fucked. It's like a dying. It's not even. You know how people have a DNR so that they're not put on a life support. They should have downtown San Jose scene somebody needs to do a DNR for it. Just shut all the fucking shit. Shut all the shit down and start over. And see what
at
happens.
least we've got good food and good craft cocktails. But other than that, there is no entertainment because unless you're part of that small little niche subculture, really, it seems like nobody out here cares or gives a shit. Unless you're part of the scene, you don't really give a shit.
It's a damn shame, Chip. It really is. But
it's all our fault. No, it's all our fault. I know there's a couple things. It's all our fault. One, the bands, the DJs, we're not attracting younger people. You go to the van. I love going to the van, but it's an older crowd. We're not bringing the youngsters in. It's just.
I can't think of the last time I saw a 21-year-old at the Caravan.
Right, but I mean, if you were 21, wouldn't you be terrified of the Caravan?
If I was under 21, I'd go there because they might not check my ID. Just kidding. I love you, Rachel. I'm sorry.
Rachel's not even there anymore.
I'm going to be doing a 90s night over at the Caravan soon on Thursdays, 1 to 2 Thursdays a month. But we will release dates at a later time. 90s.
I wonder if just a revolution needs to happen.
It ain't going to happen here, man.
Well, the revolution might happen, but it's not happening in San Jose.
And it will not be televised. It might be
just saying,
if the revolution happens, even though there's earthquakes here, all them rich people be building basements anyway.
Look, I'm just saying this, that I remember several years ago sitting in front living room of your apartment. You and I were just sitting, talking to shit and getting high, smoking the herb. And then this whole conversation of podcasts or whatever the fuck. And basically something got started and formed this fine institution. Okay. So
our lawyer's here, Juan. Our lawyer's here. Careful. Our lawyer's here.
I'm just saying that it can happen at any time, any place, if people are willing to come together and just throw the cards down on the table and say, what do we want from this?
I think like people didn't come together around local love though. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like if they see us at a fucking show, they'll be like, "Oh, local love in the house," but they ain't never in no chat.
Has anybody ever stood local love in the house?
Fucking,
no, wait. The Rebels Camp did.
Rebels Camp does. Sweet Haya does.
Yeah.
Fucking Periscope will do it if Matt sees us. But again, that's just our fucking friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like we're famous. It's just that we're nice enough to people that they tolerate our presence.
Submit your music, become our friend.
Or just submit your music and don't become our friend.
Yeah, either way, we're cool with it.
We should be too famous to be your friend if you
EchoPlusMedia.com/submit. Follow the instructions.
Yeah, I wish I believed otherwise. I don't think the San Jose scene's coming back.
Not for a while.
It's dead. Well, it's like inflation. I guess it goes with and rises with the rate of inflation, I suppose.
I've only ever played a couple places in San Jose that cracked off. One was before I lived here, and I played at I played at fucking Splash, and that cracked off.
Okay.
And I played Bike Party in that.
Upstairs or downstairs?
Oh, upstairs where that fucking EAW system is. Thank you very much.
I love playing at Splash upstairs.
That EAW system up there is like magic. It's like the best headphones you've ever worn, but also it like fucking the bass hits you like a.
And then just the crowd overall like makes makes the whole like trifecta complete, you know.
But the reason that place goes off isn't because of the San Jose music scene. It's because it's like the only gay club where, like, instead of standing 3 feet away from you and staring at you, a dude might actually say hi to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little friendlier there than the other ones.
I love playing gay clubs, even though I'm a straight dude. Like, I love playing gay clubs because everybody's just like down to have a good time, dance, listen to good music, fucking maybe do a little bit of drugs. All in all, sounds like a hell of a night to me. But I'm a degenerate, so don't listen to me.
Yeah. So we can't announce it this week, but pretty soon we're gonna have a pretty big announcement here about the San Jose scene. I can't really announce it yet, but we're gonna have a pretty cool announcement about something we're gonna be doing. And don't somebody else just announce it for me. Like I don't want to fucking announce some shit and then the
pregnant.
Then the circumstances around the thing that we're doing become so chaotic that my announcement then becomes null and void. If anybody knows anything about San Jose, you probably already know what I'm talking about.
Chip DeVille will be having a baby in the shape of an Echoplex logo.
So I'm glad to hear your gig went well and that you got paid. I think musicians should get paid more often. I know that it's hard on the bars, right? Because if you go to the bar and the bar's serving drinks for cheap and then the bar's like not making a whole hell of a lot of money, people don't want to pay at the door. And like the crowd is it's just like all the homies. And so the crowd, it's not like it's different than when there's an actual scene. If there's an actual scene, there's guys trying to fucking buy drinks for other guys and other girls, and girls trying to buy drinks for other girls and other guys, and people are flirting and hitting on each other, and it like kind of adds to the energy, and the bar makes more money when people are trying to, I'm gonna go out and get drunk and get laid tonight, right? Like the bar makes more money, but when you have a scene that's like folded in on itself, kind of the way the San Jose scene is, nobody's doing that. You're not going to go hook up with some rando because they know all your friends. You know,
it's true.
So there are no randos at the Caravan. You know every motherfucker there, even if you don't remember their name.
Yeah.
I also think like it could be that the phone itself took all that off the spot, like you say, like, you know,
they got phones in Chicago.
But what I mean by that is like going to, like it used to be, where you're going to go to a bar, you know, meet somebody, hook up, whatever. But that's not really the component anymore because the people are doing that online.
What are you talking about? I could have gone to Splash instead of here tonight. It would have been quiet there, but I could have fucking gone out and got fucking wasted and hooked up with somebody if I wanted to.
Me too.
But yeah, people use the phones too. But that I don't know. I just think that the thing that's missing from the fucking scene here is there's a couple singles bars, but those bars like that they suck. And like people aren't just going out with like, I don't know, like all the hope. Like young people aren't going out with all the hope that the night might bring. Like the I'm going to make some new friends, or, oh, maybe I'll catch a new band, or I don't care that much about the band, or there are girls there, or there are cute guys there. Like all that shit doesn't exist here. It's just not fucking here.
So like, when would you say is the age that you stopped kind of giving a shit? Like,
About what?
for me, like I would say it's like maybe
About what though?
like about all that shit you just said about like meeting people and like all the
what are
fun
you
parts
talking-
of it. Like,
Oh my God,
because
what are you
I
talking
still
about?
like okay for me, I still go out and I still have a great time and I like to like catch a show or whatever and people watch, do whatever I do. But like after a certain point in my 30s, I would say maybe like 36, 37, I like kind of did stop giving a shit, like kind of to the effect of what you're saying.
Oh my God, if there was like a proper rave going on somewhere with a few thousand people there and I wasn't playing at it, that's all the hope of the night. Like that's all the hope of the night. I'll fucking get up at noon and then go back to sleep at 3 and then get up again at like 7 or 8 and start getting ready for the the event.
That schedule.
Like
If it was possible to live that life, yeah, it would be interesting.
well, no, you don't have to do it all the time. As you get older, you just do it less. Like, yeah.
You pick and choose.
Well, you don't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe your friends just pick you up, right? They're like, we're going to this rave. That's how I go to raves. Mr. Brandon says, hey, we're going to this rave. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, are there going to be a lot of people? He's like, well, maybe. And I'm like, well, maybe we shouldn't go to this rave.
Do we
I
have
wish
any songs about
vacations-
parties.
Dude, we have hell of songs about parties.
Let's listen to a song about going to a party with people in a social situation.
Let's listen to a song about going to many parties.
All right, I like it.
It's Party Hop by Lex the Lexicon Artist.
Hey.
When I walk into the party, everybody's always looking at me. And everybody at the party thinks there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Yeah, right. And I'm the center of attention, but they haven't a clue that in 27 minutes I'll be out of the zoo. My friend Zach invited me to a kickback at his place, and it's his birthday. If I play, then he'll be mad at me. So I'm gonna party hop. Whoa, I'm gonna party hop. Whoa, I'm gonna party hop. Whoa, 'cause one party's not nearly enough. When you're in California, there is always more stuff to do. But if you think that I'm perfunctory, my answer is perfunctory. Yeah, take that. I don't mean to offend you, but my schedule is packed, and I was only ever here to see the opening act. Sorry, dude, I got a dash. I have to go and cash the bar, or I might have to take an Uber pool. Oh my God, so expensive. It's time to party hop. Whoa, it's time to party hop. Whoa, it's time to party hop. Whoa, 'cause one party's not nearly enough. It's time to party hop. Whoa, it's time to party hop. Whoa, it's time to party hop. Whoa, 'cause one party's not nearly enough. Should I do work shift at a date with a friend, or try to hit 48 Facebook events that I'm gonna end up being late to again? Maybe I should head home, but I'd hate to offend. Night's still young and I'm having a blast. I'm kinda drunk, I don't know how long that's gonna last. I gotta go fast, I have a thing at 9:30. I don't wanna buy another glass of wine, I got time. Think the party got a late start. I gotta leave at 12 'cause I gotta make bar. I just wanna take part in all the cool shit in town. Pulling up the calendar to move shit around. White background, not your face. It's time to make the rounds all over the place. But first, we leave quietly without a trace. Defend the party bound into outer space. Come on. Do the party hop. 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 Party hop. Whoa, I'm gonna party hop. Whoa, I'm gonna party hop. Whoa, 'cause one party's not nearly enough.
One party's not nearly enough, although it's all I can handle these days because I'm old.
Not nearly enough.
I remember like so many nights, like the scene wasn't cracking. I remember it must have been like 2013 or 2014. I was either with like Adam or Rory. But we would start at 55 South and get like a really nice cocktail or two. And then we'd go to that Divey Bar Max and then start to get drunk. And then we'd go to Splash for a little while. And then if it was like Saturday and like bands were playing over at Back Bar, we'd like, our drunk asses would walk to catch the last band.
R.I.P. Back Bar.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I kind of want to do an event in the Red Room there. I think we probably can. I just don't think anybody else is.
I don't know if it exists anymore.
Oh no, if that Red Room's gone, well,
I know that Miami Beach Club is still there. I just don't know if the other half is really like functioning. But I can definitely reach out to a specific once upon a time promoter.
Oh,
55 South is still there.
I can go straight to the mouth of the horse for that one.
Oh,
if I'm wondering what's going on with that.
To the head to pay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Like I'd probably hit up Gabby first though, because I love Gabby.
I do love Gabby.
I miss Gabby as a bartender. She was my favorite. Like when we'd be DJing, she'd just run up and put a beer on the thing while you were DJing.
Dude, she was on
and she'd be
top
like
of
dancing and shit during, even if nobody else was, you could look down and be like, I'm doing all right. Gabby's dancing.
Ultimate cheerleader. She doesn't listen to the show, but she should.
I should bother them about coming on. I bet Pierre's seen some shit. He fucking owned nightclubs in San Jose for like fucking 20 years or
Decades.
some shit. He's seen some shit. Oh, what's up, Stark Raving? Welcome, Stark Raving. For those on the podcast, I'm talking to the people in the chat. It's not like these are my voices in my head.
Yeah, and you too could interact with the show live every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Pacific, at twitch.tv/EchoplexMedia. Instead, you're listening to the podcast, which is also cool and appreciated, but at least share the show.
Right, text it to your friend. Like, when was the last time anybody texted you?
Text it to your enemy. Who cares? Like, text it to anybody.
If you get like a spam text, just text our show back to them.
You know how many spam texts you get any given day?
Right, just be like, oh, if you're advertising, so am I.
Right. Anyway, I have a demand. Suburbanites by Dirtbag Dan.
Oh, this song's so good.
I love this song. It's about being a suburbanite.
But it's not really, they stayed in San Jose. It's an interesting song. Interesting song if you kind of listen to it. We'll be right back.
We left the north side in '89, before the earthquake. I can't remember if it was second or first grade. My mom didn't want us growing up with gangbangers. Buying a house on the south was a game changer. We went from living on the block to living by the hills. Mom and dad both had multiple jobs to pay the bills. Side gigs, seasonal work, and overtime. They both were always on the grind. My dad about lost his mind. He was working them 20-hour days. That's the type of work that costs no matter how good it pays. And speed's part of the trade. So we started taking meth, till the meth started taking back. He started wasting checks, while my mom and dad were dealing with some grown-up shit. I was running wild, trying to grow up quick. Shit, I was barely a teenager when my mom and my brother left. I stayed with dad because I felt like he had nothing left. We moved away from the hood to become suburbanites, but ran into a whole bunch of problems in this suburban life. It was all fucked up. We used to burn at the pad with the same dope man that was serving my dad. I'm talking burnt tinfoil on the counter in the bathroom. Homie from prison in the kitchen giving tattoos. I'm 14 drinking St. Ides special brew at a house party where you learn what a weapon do. The cops come, we scatter and they arrest a few. I'm hitting fences, they need a defense and getting sentenced. I'm apprehensive when it comes to selling coke and speed, but had no problems with shrooms, acid and bozo weed. We wasn't trying to go to college for no degrees. We got our GEDs, then moved from O's to P's. We moved away from the hood to become suburbanites, but ran into a whole bunch of problems in this suburban life. I'm saying, I was all fucked up. I bought a strap from the homie Zach, a sawed off that shot flames when you let it clap. We go out to Kelly's ranch, pop a couple tabs. stabs. I remember tripping, watching flames off the muzzle flash. I wasn't cutting class, I just didn't go no more. We would front the homie sacks, then meet up with them at 4. Some of us were pushing packs, others were selling pills. Some of us went to the ranch, then ran away through the hills. Me and my brother fought my dad right in front of Shell. I remember thinking at that moment that my life was hell. I think my homie Maddie's mom seen it driving by. Since then, I could never face the woman eye to eye. You try to hide that type of dysfunction till it explodes. In a place you should feel safe in front of everyone you know. I had to split. I moved with mom and my dad was pissed. She asked how bad it got, I didn't tell her half of it. I got out about a week before the raid. Probably would've caught a couple charges if I stayed. Me and my dad didn't talk for years and we made amends. Sometimes we laugh about it now, but shit was crazy then. It's hard to take it for granted after you learn the price. All of that's what made me a man, it's how I learned to fight. We moved away from the hood to become suburbanites, but ran into a whole bunch of problems in this suburban life.
Dirtbag Dan, Suburbanites. On the DVD LP. Find it on Spotify, or even better, go to echoplexmedia.com/radio and request it.
Right, because then the fucking shuffle after that isn't going to be a bunch of crap you don't want to hear.
Exactly.
And if anybody finds the secret stream, let me know. There's
a secret stream?
Yeah, it's the one that we were talking about. We're still kind of curating it for like restaurants, bars, and shit. If we want that
okay.
one.
I know what you're talking about then.
Yeah, we're just gonna call it Bay Radio or something, Local Love Radio.
Baydio.
If you can find that, then let me know and I'll be proud of you. Juan, you left and came back.
Yeah, I had a little disconnect with the browser. Apologies.
Oh, that's all right. You came back.
I came back.
Blame it on the Comcast. They're not a sponsor, and that's why they suck.
I don't even have Comcast anymore. Fuck that shit. We have fiber now, and our fucking internet works again. Like we could do anything now. Like the limiting factor is how powerful this computer is instead of does my internet work.
No more issues, huh? It's kind of like smooth sailing, I guess.
It went down for like 30 minutes the other day in the afternoon, but your internet goes down every once in a while, no matter what service you're on. So it's not a big deal.
True that.
AOL could have come back with a fiber offering and fucking wrecked shop.
You've got mail.
Kind of
really
miss
uses
AOL
email anymore. I have,
every day.
Really?
Yes.
I avoid it. Let's see. How many unread emails do I
Like
have?
I literally have to. I read my emails 7 days a week.
I avoid them. I have 64,746 emails that are unread.
Damn.
3 accounts that I also don't read. So if you are looking for a job as a personal assistant, by all means, reach out to me.
The pay sucks.
The pay is awful.
And he probably has a really uncurated inbox.
But I have really good weed. So there's, it's peaks and valleys.
Ooh, can I have some of that shit that tastes like that tastes better than my energy drink?
Yes.
Chip has this fucking wax that tastes like fucking fruit punch.
Tastes like cereal. Like if cereal tasted like weed, that's pretty much what it tastes like.
All right, we're going to rock another jam. I've had this in queue for a while. This is a Control Image by Periscope. Y'all are used to hearing boomers. This isn't boomers.
Cookie
as it hit onto your chest. Don't you know best? I right my wrongs, I pay the fines, but the suits and ties pay them no mind. They would never do us harm. There's no need to raise any alarms. Put the cameras up, and they wanna see your life on the TV. And the truth is the point of view. You can't trust the voice within the LCD. Do you dare dream? Do you dare? You can have your way. You can have the life that's seen on your TV. And the truth is the point of view. You can't trust the voice behind the silver screen. I don't want to be grease in the wheels of this machine. I don't want to be grease in the wheels of this machine. I don't want to be grease in the wheels of this machine. I don't want to be grease in the wheels of this machine.
Periscope control image off their self-titled album Periscope. A little bit older. Matt's vocal chops have fucking progressed greatly, but I really like that control image song. It's quite good. What's up, Juan?
What up, man?
Do you have anything to say?
I have lots to say. What would you like to talk about? I will fully give you my feedback on any subject matter brought before me.
Oh no, I was maybe something. There's the show talks about something about the local scene, local music, something about that, something maybe not self-referential.
I will say that right now in my heart is this dream that I thought about years ago when at probably one of the first episodes of Local Love.
You dreamed about the first episode of Local Love?
Something not self-referential, maybe.
Okay, I'm just going to say that I believe that producer Dave.
Oh, Juan, something not self-referential. something where we're not just talking about ourselves. Is there anything on your mind? You've been thinking about anything lately as far as like local music, local art, the local scene? Anything been on your mind lately?
Right now, the one thing I can't think about is the fact that I miss my Rebels Camp brothers, and that I want to send out a power love shout out to my brothers in Rebels Camp. And I'm looking forward to when we can get back together and get back into the jams.
And marmalades. Sorry. You get what I'm talking about. All right, cool.
Yes. That's what I want. I want to see music being. I want to see it being more loved, more appreciated, more accepted. I want people to be emotionally moved by music to the point where they ditch their Spotify accounts and they just rush by the thousands out to all the clubs in downtown.
Am I a pessimist if I say hashtag Dare to Dream?
Yeah, fucking, I don't think that, like, I'm just not. What do you mean rush to the thousands? There isn't even fucking venue space.
There's not even
for-
like hundreds of people that want to go to like local shows. Are you kidding me?
And there's not venue space for people by the thousands in San Jose as a result of only a couple hundred people wanting to like really go out and experience nightlife. Now we're kind of leaving out of it. Like there's a whole other part of nightlife we're leaving out of it. Like the fucking Paper Plane's always full. Fucking 55 South is always full.
People are down to go to drink, but they're not necessarily down to go out to be entertained. You know, like
maybe it's us.
maybe it's suck.
Maybe it's all of us. Maybe it's all of our fault.
I know, like I need to talk to my therapist, but like, yeah, I feel like I just suck. I'm just kidding. But I mean, like realistically, like yeah, like food, like, you know, all the foodie shit, like all that is thriving, like craft cocktails, all that sort of stuff, Instagrammable edibles, like not just like weed edibles, but like anything that you can eat and post about. You know, nobody's really being like, hey, what's up? I went to a really cool show and like I saw this band and their music moved me. You know,
it's because I don't know, they do it in other cities.
That's true. So what is it then that other cities have that the South Bay in particular doesn't?
Women.
Because I know. Well, okay. Well,
women who aren't all at the gay bar. Because all the dudes, all the fucking dudes who like got imported here for their tech jobs, you don't really understand the culture of the Bay Area, showed up here. And they're like, "What's up, babe?" But it's like some San Jose girl who's like, "Hey, fuck you." You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to. "Hey, babe" doesn't work in San Jose.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, I'm sure that there's like other. Even like while that last song was playing, we were talking about how there's other scenes that suffer from the exact same shit. Like I know that the South Bay or the Bay Area in particular isn't the only locale that's like suffering from this whole like, it's hard to find local support until you've like hit a certain point in your musicianship. It's really hard to find local support. And I don't know. I'm just trying to crack that formula, you know?
I think that there is local support, but the thing is, there's gotta be a way of bringing the people that are willing to support you or in this and the artists and bring some way of bringing these worlds together. Because I think like having lived in San Jose for 20 plus years now, I do think that there is a lot of like different worlds within San Jose that don't necessarily collide as they should. Like there's not,
because downtown sucks.
Downtown sucks. And like, yeah, even somebody here in the chat says that people aren't so up for like music locally as they were a few years ago. I mean,
I'm just telling you, other cities have, like, the pandemic slowed everything down or whatever.
It slowed everything down.
But it's not, this is just other cities. No, other cities have, they have like, there's a whole ass punk scene and then a whole ass metal scene and then a whole ass like kind of like older people who want to listen to their friends' bands scene. And there's like 6 of those. And like,
dude,
other cities, it's not, I'm telling you, it's not like it's San Jose. Dude.
I was just out in Pacifica this weekend. I was out in Pacifica this weekend, found a cool little bar, local spot, but they had a stage, local bands play there. During the day, they have an outdoor stage. At nighttime, they have an indoor stage. It's called Winter's Tavern. But I mean,
I've been there. I like Winter's Tavern.
It's like if the Caravan was like clean and not in like a shitty part of town. And everybody that attended there
by shitty part of town, you mean downtown San Jose.
I mean that specific part of downtown San Jose.
It's like a block. It's like a block away from light rail, though. But it's I'm just telling you, this is not like the way that other cities are. It's not the fault of the telephone or the fucking Instagram or Twitch.
I mean, I feel like some of it does have to do with people's like social media presence. I know. I mean, how many bands have we met that like that's one of the things that they say they struggle with the hardest is doing the promotional side of things. Like usually they want to do the creative and the creating. They want to make the music, but like
I mean, are the
marketing
bands
your
that-
shit is on a whole nother level.
Is every drummer in Chicago a social media expert or something? Like, I don't think that it's like, I don't know. Like scenes existed before social media.
Yeah.
I mean, social media might have killed the San Jose scene, maybe, but I don't think so. I think we all just got old and weren't bringing any youngsters in.
That's true too.
I think from what I've and just again, just from having played in gig stuff over the last couple of months, I think artists have to just get out there and press the flesh with people. I think like when I look at, like, for example, Jeff Turner, he puts himself in groups of people that he's never may have never experienced before, and then he'll start to invite people to come and play and perform.
Well, one thing I can definitely say about Jeff Turner
back.
is that he doesn't have that, like, he doesn't have that stereotypical musician's ego where he's like, I'm too good for this. He will show up at an open mic and he will network that way. He will go to an open mic. He will rock it better than most of the people in attendance. And then people want to talk to him after the fact. And like, that's almost like his secret weapon. Like, I feel like having that lack of an ego, like to be like, I'm too good to do this sort of event. I'm too good to do that sort of thing. Like, to be able to be open to like putting yourself out there, whether it's a show for a group of 6 people or 60 or 600, like being able to kind of like put that ego aside of thinking that you're too good for something and really just putting yourself out there really does go a long way. And Jeff Turner does that 100%. He should really submit his music at echoplexmedia.com/submit.
Agreed.
Drop that seed, man. Plant that seed, motherfucker.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm just not even comfortable with begging people for their music. We have like 1,600. We have 1,600 songs, and if people don't want to send us their music, they don't want to send us their music.
We have a 24-hour stream of music.
You were just talking about people with an ego that are too good for things. I'm too good to bother somebody over and over again to send me their music.
See, I don't want to bother people though. I just tell them what we got going on, and like if some people like kind of brush me off, others are like, all right, cool, I hear what you're doing. And yeah, I don't know. What we're doing here is not some sort of egotistical thing.
Maybe not Tuesday. Maybe not this
Definitely
one.
not Tuesday.
Not this one.
But I mean,
I'm like in constant arguments with my ego during local level. I'm like, fuck, this sucks. I'm like, wait a minute, no, I'm having a good time. Fuck, this sucks. Wait a minute, no, I'm having a good time.
Well, Juan, make a demand. I'm tired of us talking. Let's play music. This is a music
All right,
show.
you know what? I demand. I want to see what's on the least played list. Like if you could sort some things.
There's a bunch of zero songs. Like
Okay, how about this one? I want to do. Let's see. Looks good to me. How about Trez Machine? Trez Machine is going to get loud.
All right.
I think it's Z Trez.
Oh.
There it is.
It's gonna get loud. Cool. That's long enough for Chip to go make us a cocktail.
Yeah. gonna get, things are gonna get mighty, 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 mighty loud.
Trez Machine. It's going to get loud. Thanks for that demand.
Special demand.
Thanks for that demand, Juan Maserati.
If you want to make a demand yourself, you could call 415-903-7539, which conveniently spells Plex. Or you could, just join the chat room.
We don't really take demands from the chat. Also, you could leave us a message at 415-903-7539. I might even notice that we have a message on the voicemail.
Will you, though?
And probably not. But
Eventually.
if we do notice it and it's not stupid, we'll play it on the show.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Talk to me.
Remember when people used to call us, but then I think that it was just the same person calling us?
Sometimes. Yes.
I would love to have another guest panel, dude or woman or non-binary, anyone really, come on the show with us.
Well, local music heads, I put the word out. Like, it's not like it's not for lack of my trying. I don't think anybody else helps me with that, but there's not for lack of my trying. So
come
to the show.
Oh, I mean the panel specifically. Like,
oh, I see.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, last week's guest was really, really good about promoting the show.
And herself, and she was really, really good about playing the ukulele.
She even went as far to make an event page for the live show, which I was kind of blown away by, to be honest.
I thought I was surprised too.
Yeah.
And fuck, she played the shit out of that ukulele. Check out that episode. It's with Melody Renee. If you're listening to the podcast of this, you just listen to the one before this in your podcast app. If you're on Facebook, you can go through our videos. I put a video of her set up on Facebook, so you can check that out.
If your aunt's on Facebook, you can like put this on her page and just be like, "Oh my god, that's so nice."
Yeah, send it to your auntie.
Yeah, because you know she's on Facebook.
In fact, send everything to your auntie.
Might as well.
Especially if you're a youngster, like your auntie is like the age demographic of our chat, probably.
How cool would it be to like hear some like older person be like, "I'm cool. I listen to Echoplex Media," and we'll be like, "Oh, sweetie."
Who do you think's in our chat? Who do you think our chat people are?
I don't know, but at least they're real, and I love them.
That one lady, fucking, what's her name again? Betty Washam said that everybody on our shit is sock accounts one time. I even have it on the soundboard. She's like,
everybody that follows you's a robot.
Just to let you know, Echoplex, most of the people that's on your channel are all sock accounts.
What's a sock account?
A sock puppet. It's a fake account.
Oh.
She actually mentioned you guys.
Yeah, she hates us. Here, hold on.
We're getting
and
all
let's
sorts
just spell it out for you. ECHOPLEX.
Yeah, she hates us, dude.
Man, you're just making friends everywhere you go. We got Betty Washam. We got the Potato Man. We got Madison. Wow. Who else we got? I know that what is it?
Jim Lee doesn't like us.
Yeah. What's that one guy that like does yoga and he doesn't like you?
That's a fucking. There's probably a lot of them that do yoga and don't like me. I don't know. Like if you're a yoga teacher, you probably wouldn't.
Chopra?
No, I don't think he knows who we are.
Somebody blocked you.
Oh, they all block me. If you're a yoga teacher, though, you probably wouldn't like me. That's definitely true. Unless you're like a cool yoga teacher that's like, no, actually, it's just stretching and we listen to fucking house music. I'd be like, yeah, get them.
I love listening to you troll people while I'm stretching. Thank you, Dave.
So what's I don't know who Betty Washam is.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's a long history behind that. It's mostly the media wench that has the feud with her, actually, to be perfectly honest.
Got it.
She doesn't like. I don't know. It's all a mess. It's all a mess. She's she's like completely pilled and not appropriate discussion for local love at all.
Do we have any songs that are adjacent to like her crazy shit?
No, but I do have a couple things in queue here, and I'm going to play this one we never play, and it's a super good song. It's by David Thompson, and it's called Renegade Radio.
Fuck yeah.
We'll be back.
It's 3 in the morning, I'm barely awake. Headed south out of San Antonio. Out in the desert, the wind is blowing on Highway 90 to Mexico. There's an AM radio in Mile Lincoln with a glowing dial like a mystic eye. If I get lucky, it'll be there waiting. XERF coming out of the sky. Those years out on the highway before the interstates. Tourist reptile houses, fortune tellers, tempting fate. Rubber shaped signs and little bungalow motels. At a radio station right across the border. See it out of Cunha, Mexico. It was Renegade Radio. Renegade Radio, remember it well. It was Renegade Radio. Renegade Radio, remember it well. Renegade Radio. With a history just made for movies, truth or legend, what's your guess? Wolfman Jack and Federales, ZZ Top and all the rest. Those years out on the highway before the interstates. Tourist reptile houses, fortune tellers, tempting fate. Rubber-shaped signs and little bungalow motels. At an outlaw station right across the border. See it out of Cunha, Mexico. It was Renegade Radio. Renegade Radio, remember it well. It was Renegade Radio. Renegade Radio, remember it well. It was Renegade Radio. Yeah. Renegade Radio.
tell ya about an outlaw station right across the border. A Renegade Radio, the cast is available. Renegade Radio, Renegade Radio, remember it well. It was Renegade Radio, Renegade Radio, remember it well. It was Renegade Radio, Renegade Radio, remember it well. It was Renegade Radio, Renegade Radio, remember it well. Renegade Radio, Renegade Radio.
All right, we're back, everybody.
All right. You've been listening to Local Love, which is a live show which happens every Tuesday from 9 to whenever on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Pacific. And it gets redistributed as a podcast, which more than likely you are listening to right now. If you are, please share the show. And if you know anybody that makes music, or if you make music yourself, please consider going to echoplexmedia.com/submit. If you don't make music, but you are a fan of what we're doing here, you can always go to echoplexmedia.com/radio. And there's a 24-hour stream of music, of all the music that has been submitted to our network over the past, how many years?
6.
6 years. So just join the fun. Follow us on social media. Check out the website. Submit memes. Is that still a thing?
Yes, we will use your memes.
We will use your memes. If you got a show coming up, submit a show flyer. We'll help you promote that shit. This is a communal effort, and you should be a part of it.
Yes.
No, this is fanfic by Shot in the Dark. We're going to come back for a little post game. We're not going into the crazy right away. We just had to cut the show off at some point because it becomes too long for the podcast. We'll
That's true.
I'd play us kind of a I'd play us kind of a sexy serial killer, kind of a sexy serial killer.
I was waiting tables on the east side. Kind of hard not to recognize. I played it cool until closing time. Hey there, what you doing tonight? Cause there was a friction, a charisma. He was an actor, had an aura of fame about him. You could feel it from across the room. The way he used his eyes, moved his hands, his whole body was transmitting. Whatever he was feeling, he could make you feel it too. Later on, over drinks at a bar, I said I must confess I know exactly who you are. I love all your work, but your roles are so dark. He said, I've got a secret for playing that part. There was a friction, a charisma. He was an actor, had an aura of fame about him. You could feel it from across the room. The way he used his eyes, moved his hands,